Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, the Ice Age is coming to an end. So, but I wanted to do one more spear video, but this time we're gonna go back to one I showed. If you remember, I showed one that's completely made of wood. So, I've got this. I have no idea what kind of wood this is. We're gonna work with this. It's not gonna be perfect, but, and if you know, I'm gonna need to fire harden the tip. This is going to be the tip here, this part, because, well, I want it to be forward heavy. But first I need to make a little fire, and I've got the contents of this bag. Now I'm gonna use this for both making the spear and the fire. But for the fire making, I'm going to debut my Becker BK16. Got this recently. I love it. This is giving the Cold Steel Drop Forge Hunter a run for its money. So I've got this piece. I'm gonna try to make a fire with it in back. So first up, I need to segment this down. Let me just any belt knife is made better with the addition of a lanyard. This is pretty wet wood, but I got some birch bark in my pocket. And there's a dry stick over that way, hang on. We're abandoning the one stick idea. It wasn't gonna work. It's too wet. This is quite a bit drier. Alright. It wasn't as much like surface area, so yeah. None of this is due to the fault of the knife, it's user error. Let me see. How do I want to do this? I should have brought my lighter out. I really should have brought my lighter out, shouldn't I? Nice going, me, you idiot. Well, I got ferro rod. Maybe I can work with that, because there's dry, like maple twigs around. And yeah, I know. I'm just trying to keep this video as interesting as possible. Because if you just saw me carving a stick this whole time, it wouldn't be very fun for you guys, I think. And I did modify the spine a bit. Doesn't matter if I'm being an idiot. This is probably not the best way to do this stuff. Almost. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to build that up as we go. But for now, okay, here we go. I probably picked the worst place to do this with a bunch of tan-colored stuff. Well, I didn't say I was the smartest. But first up, but for now, on to what I'm making this video for. And yeah, we're using the Becker BK2 again. I love this thing so much. Same as before, we're going to start by We're gonna start by removing these little branches. And I'm gonna try to make it so this video comes out in one part. There wasn't enough storage on my iPad for the first one. So don't know if I'm going to straighten this piece or cut it off. Maybe I can get away with cutting that off, actually. Oops, get that out of there. So I'm going to do that real quick. And let's see if I could actually... I usually hate cross-batoning, but... come on. I don't know if I'm actually getting anywhere. Let me try the other side now. There we go. That's fine. I was going to taper this side anyway. Like I said, we got to build up that fire. Actually, I'm going to use some dry leaves. No idea if that's working. But back to what we're doing. Now, I'm going to use a thinner knife to just debark. I'm going to worry about straightening later. Got the drop forged hunter. This is going to be a bit more difficult than I thought. But that's okay. I've never minded a bit of a challenge like that. Never been really afraid of that. I'm going to get closer and do this because I want to explain something. The Schoningen spears, because I've mentioned that word a few times. What does that mean? Schoningen is a place in Germany with a salt mine area where some excellently preserved 200,000-year-old wooden spears were found. Hence, that's why I'm making such an emphasis on the name. That's why it's in the video. Okay, not bad. This part I don't think I really need to straighten too much, but we're gonna see how this goes. Like, I'm making up this video as I go. As you can see, there's no real special technique I'm using. I just want this bark off this stick. And the fire went out. Perfect. This is going to be more difficult than I thought. This is what happens when I don't plan very well. This is kind of an off-the-cuff thing. This is... I'm just trying to find things to say right now, so you're not just watching. This isn't an ASMR channel. Honestly, if I had to do this with just stone tools, this would suck. Let me move back so you can actually see. I should have picked an axe as well, but I didn't bring one out. So we're just going to go at it with the knives. They didn't have hatchets back then. It's Schoningen 200,000 years ago, so... Now normally you would wait for this stuff to dry out, but I'm impatient as hell. Yeah, I don't think I need to go too crazy at the very end here, because I'm gonna shave that down too. I want these big like knots to be just gone. Bad idea. Don't do that. I'm a hazard to myself sometimes, but we're almost done. We're almost done shaving the bark off. While we're at it, I'm going to tell you a bit more about what was found at Schoningen. Like, there were handles for stone tools, tabby hafted, which is amazing. It's like a knife handle, but minus the blade. There was also a tapered stick on both sides that was much smaller, thought to be like a rabbit stick, so you would throw. Kind of a precursor to a hunting boomerang. Throwing sticks are common in all of those kinds of cultures across the planet. The boomerang is just the one that survived the longest and is the most popular. But yeah, as you can see, we're almost done. Like, this green membrane will harden up or fall off as things go, like as it ages. Either is fine with me. I don't need this to be pretty. Okay, this curves a bit more than I thought it would, so I might actually saw that. Like, see that curves down? I might saw that, like, just so it points a bit. Because I don't want to sacrifice too much length. Because I want this to be, like, taller than me. I'm 5'9". I want this thing to be taller than me. So now, we've got this debarked. So, what I'm going to do now, first, is handle down here. And if I see any pieces of bark, I'll just deal with those. EK2, again, I'm going to taper this side. Now, I am not going to get this perfect. I've convinced myself of that, and I'm still doing so. Okay, I'm actually going to do some scraping. That just looks cool. I don't know why. Like, anyone else think that looks cool? Or am I just being weird? Weirder. Might as well just do it all. Wasn't chopping there. But first, I want to see if I can get away with this without the saw. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. We do need a fire, but if you really wanted to, you could just leave that there. That's a deadly weapon. A sharpened stick is a deadly weapon. But give me a moment. I think I actually can help here. Alright, found some more dry wood. Ow. Of course it happened. Sorry, splinter. Alright, I think I got it out. Sorry about that. Alright. Now I'm going to use the BK-16 again. These knives will be cleaned after, don't worry. Getting there. This is what happens when I don't do this in a while. And I'm going to try to remember to leave some articles to the Schoningen spears down in the description. This is giving me trouble. Here we go. Hang on. Kind of foresaw this coming. Technical difficulties, don't worry. might be losing my sanity. So if you watch a man go completely crazy on camera right now, okay, let's see if I can try this again. Okay. Adapt and overcome. No big deal. Actually, why am I putting that away? I'm gonna sharpen up the point of this a little bit. BK16 again. Like I said, I'm just trying to make this video as interesting as I can, because the bare bones of it is I'm just sharpening a stick. Okay. There's still flame in there, but I think I need to make that a bit better. Oh, for the love of... It's fine. Why? I should not be getting this upset, I know. That's what happens when I don't build a fire for a good long while. Keep your skills sharp, basically. Hopefully, this will work. Where did I put the fire steel? There it is. Come on. There you go, bad boy. Oh, boy. More difficult than I expected. This time, some smaller stuff as well. Now, if I don't mess this up, if I could just manage to not mess this up, okay, first up, because the tip is the important part. This feels like that movie Quest for Fire. Like just the frustration. Not too. Okay, careful. Like just the complete frustration. Like, I love that movie though. Well, out it goes. That's fine though, because I kind of did get this to where I needed it to be. So yeah, that's the second one. Trying to make a Schoningen spear. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.